Hello and welcome to Films on Trial Film Reviews. I'm Gav and I'll be providing a spoilerific review of the 2019 film Fighting with My Family. And why not play along at home and try and count how many wrestling finishing moves I name in this review. But before we go on, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Films on Trial so you can stay notified on all of our shenanigans. Fighting with My Family is based on the documentary of the same name and details the story of WWE wrestler Paige and her journey from appearing in a Norwich-based wrestling company run by her family to becoming the youngest ever WWE Divas Champion. It's directed and written by Stephen Merchant. It stars Florence Pugh as Paige, Jack Lowden as her brother Zach, Nick Frost as their father Ricky Knight, and Lena Headey as their mother Julia Knight. Stephen Merchant has done a terrific job of capturing the tone of the original documentary and also fleshing it out with comedic and heartwarming moments. All too often the wrestling business is discredited and disregarded, but Merchant treats it with a hefty amount of respect and gives a tremendous insight into the grueling journey wrestlers must undertake in order to arrive at the WWE. Merchant also provides a charming look at indie wrestling through the Knight family-run World Association of Wrestling. Although there are stark contrasts between this promotion and WWE, Merchant never treats it as the butt of the joke. Instead, it's where some of the most touching and heartwarming moments of the film come from, depicting this promotion as a strong, inclusive community. After WWE invite Paige and Zach to try out for its developmental center, NXT, Paige is successful, natural selection if you will. But in a twist of fate, Zach, the more experienced of the two, just misses the final cut. This sets Zach off into a spiral of depression and anger as he loses interest in all the things he loves, the wrestling business, his girlfriend, and his newborn baby, because he feels like his purpose for living is over, or shattered dreams if you will. Jack Lowden gives a remarkable performance as Zach Knight, deftly showing a good-natured soul who hits rock bottom and lashes out on all of those around him, particularly his sister, who he deems a backstabber. There's a particularly powerful scene in which Zach is told by Vince Vaughn's Hutch that it's the end of the road for him and that there'll be no last ride. The range of emotions displayed by Lowden in that one scene is pretty impressive. Lena Headey and Nick Frost are very engaging throughout and provide a lot of the laugh-out-loud moments in the film. They are extremely larger than life and are not afraid to display their love for their profession or for each other, come to think of it. Vince Vaughn is also very decent as the WWE's talent scout and trainer. He also provides a lot of the humour with his scathing put-downs and observations, but he's also very restrained in his delivery, often acting as an authority figure and giant-sized Mr. Miyagi. Talking about giant-sized, Dwayne Johnson also appears as himself, and, as always, is very charismatic and captivating. He offers kind words of wisdom to the Knight children and also acts as a muscle-bound guardian angel to Paige as she progresses through the ranks of NXT. Think of the Tooth Fairy, but without the wings. But it's Florence Pugh who steals the show here as Zaraya Knight / Paige. She delivers a superb performance as the quiet Norwich outcast with wrestling pedigree turned WWE superstar. Pugh has a natural likability and immense screen presence and shows that she is equally effective at comedy as she is at drama. It is a surprisingly layered performance in which she expertly conveys an extensive range of emotions through her turbulent journey. Merchant lifts the curtain, or should that be ring apron, on the lives of WWE superstars. Although it initially seems like $1 million dream come true, there's soon trouble in paradise for Paige as the demanding work schedule, training, practicing, travelling and performing, and also isolation kicks in. There were a few issues I did have with the film though, including the fact that at some points it does feel a little bit like a long advert for WWE. And also, The Rock's involvement feels a little forced at some times. I know that it was his idea to create this movie, but having him reappear at the most significant moments of Paige's career feels a little too unbelievable. Another issue for me is that the movie doesn't know how to portray the wrestling business at times. Early on we are shown the predetermined nature of the results and how wrestlers will communicate and coordinate their next moves during their match. But as the film goes on, it seems to abandon this idea, as later matches are shown being more like boxing matches. Paige is told during the WrestleMania event that she will be debuting the following night during WWE's weekly TV show Raw. This is when Paige famously became the youngest ever Divas champion. But the event is treated more like a scene from Rocky, with seemingly nobody involved knowing how the match would end. And the fact that the recreation of the match, build-up and the big ending, is massively different from the real-life event is also a little bit jarring. It also seems to focus more on the training and development side of NXT, and left a lot of the performative aspects of it out. Paige had been putting on wrestling masterclasses in NXT events for months beforehand, even holding the NXT Women's title, and she was extremely popular with the wrestling community. So when she did make her long-awaited WWE main roster debut, fans were ecstatic to see her perform on the big stage. But I can forgive Merchant and the producers for adapting these elements to fit the story of an outcast who went against the odds and became a beloved wrestling icon. And the film leaves you with a strong message that you shouldn't be afraid of being who you are, never doubting yourself and achieving your dreams. So, in conclusion, the movie is more serious than you might expect, but very heartwarming nonetheless. Pugh delivers a smackdown as Paige, and the end result is a stone-cold stunner. So what's my verdict? I give this film a strong 3.5 chocolate frogs out of 5. So what did you think? Did you agree with the review? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can listen to Films on Trial on any podcasting platform, and why not check us out on Twitter @FilmTrials. And before I leave you, it's time for some trivia. Although not specifically named, eagle-eyed wrestling fans out there will be able to use costumes to distinguish future WWE superstars in the film, such as Charlotte Flair and Pete Dunne. And for all of those counting at home, how many WWE finisher moves did I use in this review? If you said 12, well done. If you said anything else, it doesn't matter what you think. And that's the bottom line, because Films on Trial said so. So until next time, goodbye.